One of the biggest questions that I get asked about speaking is, do you still get nervous before you go up, before you give a speech? And I always answer it the same way. The day that I stop getting nervous is the day that I stop speaking. And I had a keynote, a big keynote, on Monday of this week in Columbus, Ohio, the Columbus Convention Center. Biggest in-person crowd I've had since March of 2020. Felt so good to get so many people together again. I have no idea how many people were in the crowd, but it was a lot. And I'm recording this for the very specific reason of dispelling some of the myths and misconceptions around nerves, around discomfort, around anxiety, and around putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, and how outperformers actually look at some of those things and how they step up to be able to perform their best in those situations. And I think the first thing that I'll say is I still get nervous. I still get nervous as hell before some of these speaking engagements, whether it's small or large. Like in the case of this one in Columbus, I was basically kicking it off. I was on the first day. I was speaking over lunch. They had an MC that did a thing for like 10 minutes, and then the sponsor of the keynote did something for about 10 minutes after that. So I'm sitting there for about 20 minutes before I'm actually going to get on stage and before I'm going to speak, while everyone else is eating their lunch. And I remember just sitting there and my stomach is just in knots and I've got all these butterflies swirling around and I can't get any moisture in my mouth whatsoever, no matter how much water I drink. And there's a part of me that's just saying, why do you continually put yourself in these situations? Like, why do I do this to myself? Well, the reason that you do it to yourself is because something is better, something is more meaningful, and something supersedes the discomfort and the nerves and the anxiety and the uncomfortable situation. And for me, it's spreading the outperforming message and it's just delivering value to the audience. That's what I try to remind myself of. And whatever nervous situations you've been in before, the way that you get around that is by thinking about what is more important or what actually supersedes. My God, I can't believe I'm putting myself in this situation. It feels so uncomfortable. Well, there's something better on the other side of that. And to me, I try to look at it and I try to say, my God, what a tremendous privilege to be able to feel that kind of nervous energy and to be able to feel that kind of discomfort before going and doing something like that. Because all nerves signify is that you're about to do something that's right, that you're about to do something that matters, something that's impactful, something that's meaningful to you. And nerves are just your body's way of expressing that you're about to do something heroic. And whereas I think the norm lives kind of a comfortably numb existence where they don't always have the privilege of getting to feel those sorts of things. And instead of saying to yourself, if you feel any amount of nerves or discomfort when you're going into a personal, professional, athletic situation or otherwise, where you say, oh, I hope these nerves just go away, or what the heck is wrong with me that I'm feeling all of these nerves? Nerves are ultimately a good thing. And if I can let you in on a little secret, they are never going to go away. Because sort of like they won't go away for me, and if they do go away, it'll be my last day of speaking. They're not going to go away for you either. Because it is your body's way of expressing that you're about to do something heroic, something that matters, something that's right, something that's worthwhile. So instead of shying away from it, lean into it and actually embrace it and know that there's not anything wrong with you if you're feeling it. There's actually something wrong with you if you're not putting yourself in situations where micro or macro, you'll at least feel that to some degree. And it's something that I always just ask myself is when was the last time I was nervous? I still get nervous for speaking. I try to put myself in other situations that are just a little bit uncomfortable. Because to me, when you're doing that, it uncovers a different, better part of your personality. You're manufacturing the circumstances that forces you to step up. And you usually find something out about yourself that you probably didn't really know existed before you ultimately did that. And to actually be willing to continually put yourself out there, that is outperforming. That is how people do it. And the willingness to actually put yourself in those circumstances is really no small thing. In actuality, it is everything. And it is a tremendous privilege to be able to feel some of that, because you never feel more alive. As much as it sucks going into it, for lack of a better term, like you never sleep that well the night before. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about when you're going into anything that brings those nerves. You never sleep that well the night before. You're always thinking about it the morning of. You just want to get into it and get it over with, no matter how much you know that there's something better on the other side. That lead up into it is the most difficult part. But if you can continually put yourself in that spot, man, you're going to find out something about yourself that you probably never knew existed. Thank you for watching this. Keep outperforming. And as always, wishing you the best of health, happiness, and high performance. Have a great day.